Today we are at the Economic and Social Committee of the European Union presenting this new book, this new publication from the European Social Observatory and the European Trade Union Institute. It is about, as the title says, social policy in the European Union, or if you want, the social dimension of the European integration process.
This publication is probably one of the best guides to the Eurozone crisis and its effects. It takes a whole range of angles that focus in on different aspects of the crisis. It gives you just about everything you need to know where the crisis is today.
I think the current situation is very damaging in terms of the social outlook because the priority given to austerity measures subordinates social policy to a rather crude conception of economic policy, exacerbates inequalities and the extent of exclusion and poverty, both within countries and between countries.
At the beginning of the crisis, EU actors essentially focused on governing by the rules and ruling by the numbers, assuming that that would provide good output performance, and therefore it didn't matter if the citizens weren't involved. What we saw very quickly is the economic performance wasn't working because the policies weren't working, and we got increasingly political volatility. In response, they began reinterpreting the rules by stealth, meaning they reinterpreted the rules, but they denied that they were reinterpreting them.
Going a little bit farther into the economic integration of the member states has led basically to huge democratic problems in terms of credibility of political institutions, legitimacy of political institutions, both at the supranational and national level. This is a key issue as proved by, for instance, the Greek crisis, also by the conflicts between Great Britain, for instance, on the one hand, and the other member states on the other, on crucial issues like migration, economic development, and so on.
Trade unions have to be part of the solution, but they have to have a vision which, first of all, they believe in themselves, and next week in Paris we'll see how far that vision exists, and they have to find a way of actually making it attractive to ordinary people, and including their own members, but also the increasing number of people in Europe today who are not trade union members.
If you are an analyst of the European integration process, if you are a stakeholder that is involved in the European Union, well, you should read the book. In a broader sense, I also think that ordinary citizens could read and maybe learn something about union, the state of play of the European Union, their own social rights, and especially the prospects about the European integration process.